This weekend we're in Toccoa, Georgia, and behind me is the Currahee Military Museum. This museum offers collections from the 501st, 506th, 511th, and 517th veterans and their families, as well as other local veterans. You can also learn about their training here at Camp Toccoa and their campaigns in the European and Pacific Theater. There's also a large collection of artifacts that were shipped back from Europe and maintained by the paratroopers and their families, which have been donated to the museum. Now, let's go inside and take a look. They've got the regimental colors with all of their combat streamers for the 501st, 506th, 517th, and the 511th. There's an old World War II helmet. Yeah, it looks like they have replica plaques of men who fought in the 101st. Looks a lot like mostly Easy Company here, because this is Popeye, and there's spears, Perconti, Pencala. Wow, this is pretty neat. They've got these replica plaques, like Silver Star, Bronze Star, Purple Heart. Wow, that's pretty neat. Ooh, jump wings with 2 combat stars. Look here. They have warrant officer stuff. Donated by CW3 Ed Carmen. This is a room from the 501st Geronimo. Looks like a flag from Belgium, taken during the Battle of the Bulge. There's an original Bronze Star certificate awarded to Private Charles Gaspar, 22 July 1948. The old Thompson. This was a submachine gun, shot 9mm. I'm sorry, 45 caliber. This is pretty neat. This is looks like a jump manifest addressed to the S2 from Company E that lists all the men that will jump into Market Garden in Holland. So there's some pretty familiar names on there. In July of 1942, 5,000 men arrived at this remote training camp 5 miles outside of Toccoa, Georgia, at Currahee Mountain, for training as a new type of soldier, a paratrooper. Over the next few years, 17,000 soldiers from the 501st, 506th, 511th, and 517th Parachute Infantry Division trained at Camp Toccoa in preparation to defend the free world from the German offensive that was World War II. Following the war, this camp served many other purposes. In fact, it was a prison, a plant, and it held German POWs up until 1948. But in 2012, the Currahee Project bought this property and began to restore Camp Toccoa. The Currahee Project really just has a small piece of land here now, compared to what the camp really was. What you see here would have been where the headquarters was. This white building is the original headquarters building, and where those barracks are aligned would have been barracks. Also, on the other side of this fence where all these pine trees are would have been barracks, and then past that were the mess facilities and the latrines. And I think what other interesting fact here is this is the gate that, well, this gate wasn't here probably then, but this road is the roadway up to Currahee Mountain. So when the 506th ran Currahee, they would have started out right here. 3 miles up and 3 miles down. All right, so we're gonna go walk around, go take a look inside the old headquarters at some of the history they have in there and some of the displays, and take a look there, and then we'll walk into one of the old barracks that's been restored. It's actually the original wood that they found in a barn, and they've put it up, brought it up to code, painted it, but it's the original wood from the barracks that were used in probably 1943. So we're gonna go check it out. So this is the original aerial photograph, and this is where we are right now. So then this is where all the pine trees were. And then there's the parade field, rifle range. This is a, oh, look at that. This is a dining table from the mess facility, and the chairs actually swing out. That's really neat. This is a copy of an original picture when the 2nd Battalion did the road march to Atlanta after they left Toccoa. Reproduction that shows and this is a copy of the photo where they've labeled everybody by number, so you can start picking out some of the people that you may recognize from the story, the book, and the movie. Here's a mock-up of the barracks in 1942. And we were told that this was a uniform that was used in the movie Saving Private Ryan, and that Tom Hanks donated the first $25,000 for this project to get started. So I think that's pretty neat too. And that's Popeye Wynn's Foot Locker. Here's an old Class A uniform with the 506 flash. So this camp actually housed German, Italian, and Japanese POWs, and this is what they would have worn. And that hat was actually an original hat from the late 40s. This is the old barracks where they would sleep. Pretty neat, huh? These are chairs. Yeah. Currahee.
That big hill that you see that we went by.
You guys ready to go run Currahee?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
You ready to go run Currahee? 3 miles up, 3 miles down. Let's go.
No.
Coming to the top.
I'm watching my computer already. Looking up, and now I'm driving down.
Say Currahee.